Hey everyone, today I've got your Hidden Figures movie review. Based on a true story, three women helped the space program to send John Glenn into orbit. So, as far as the story goes, this movie is set in the 1960s, obviously, if you hadn't guessed already, and it is full of serious and uplifting situations despite some of the race and gender debates that go on throughout the film, which kind of had its own controversies because, during that time, women didn't all have equal rights, and especially being an African American woman in such a huge industry such as NASA, you also didn't see them getting the complete credit that they deserved. And I mean highly deserved, because this was a movie that had these women constantly fighting for all of their rights and trying to prove that they were deserving of these jobs that they all got. And it did turn out to be a very inspirational film because they were trying to reshape the inner workings of NASA, even though they faced some discrimination, and you really felt for these characters. These women definitely showed that there needed to be a change because this was how society viewed them, and it was very unfortunate during that time period. But I am glad that they came out with a movie like this, because this is a story that clearly hadn't been told before, and it's definitely well deserving of its story. This is a movie that makes you root for the lead characters, and you want them to succeed considering what they've been through in their lives. You just hope that nothing and no one would stand in their way, despite some of their best efforts to not let these women get what they wanted to get done. As far as the casting goes, you've got Taraji P. Henson, who plays Katherine G. Johnson, and they focus on her character when she's a young girl, and she's very smart. She is well into her knowledge of mathematics, and she uses that skill to take her really far in life, and even at NASA, where she has to face all of these men who just can't believe that, she can solve all these different equations. And I thought she did a really good job in this movie, and I absolutely loved her performance in this movie and just what she brought to the table, and getting into more of her family life. And I thought that was also really cool to see as well. And then you've got Octavia Spencer, who plays Dorothy Vaughan, and she is the one that's into the computers, and she's very knowledgeable with that kind of technology, and being able to start a car I thought was also really cool as well. And she's just absolutely hilarious in this movie, and I love her as an actress. I love some of her scenes with Kirsten Dunst, and I just love what she can do in this movie, and how she really can steal a scene and take charge all at the same time. And then you've got Janelle Monáe, who plays Mary Jackson, and of course she does seem like the youngest of the bunch, but she plays an engineer, and she's the one that is sort of helping put together the shuttle that's going to launch into outer space and oversee all of that. It is really cool how she does bring a comedic side versus some of the other actors, but I definitely feel like more so she's just very entertaining as well. And then you've got some other side characters in this movie, played by Kevin Costner, who I thought was really nice to see, even though I know that he's been in a movie with Octavia Spencer before, so I'd really love to see him in this movie, because it definitely, his role definitely fit with his personality. And then you've got Jim Parsons, who always had that certain stare that, he just looked like he was annoyed or something. And like I said, Kirsten Dunst is in this movie as well, and, I wasn't expecting anything less from her. And then you've also got Mahershala Ali, who plays Taraji P. Henson's soon to be husband, future husband, and he's just really hot in this movie. So the things that I did like about this movie, even though there was a lot of math language that looked super confusing to me, it was remarkable how easily that translated on film, and it was just absolutely flawless. I was not left scratching my head by the end of this movie. And of course, like I said, there were some comedic moments in this movie that I definitely felt fit with the film. I thought the pacing was also done right, even for a 2-hour long film, which I thought was going to slow it down, but it did not make it boring whatsoever. So I was really happy about that. So overall, I would say that Hidden Figures is one of the best movies of this year, and I just really enjoyed watching it and getting a piece of history that I was not aware of, even though, yeah, we know John Glenn went into outer space, but I had no idea like how that all came to be, because that was obviously way before my time. I just really liked the educational / entertainment factor of this film, and everybody involved in it was perfect. I would highly recommend seeing this movie, and I would recommend everybody check this out. So I would give this 5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Hidden Figures. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates coming every week for a Trail Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys later.